Happy Easter to everybody and their families, and everybody who celebrates Easter. Happy Easter. My name is Dev, and I'm the host of the TuneInWithDev podcast. Welcome to my podcast, episode 14, or almost episode 15. It's crazy to think about. Starting this podcast, a couple months ago, I was kind of hesitant because I didn't know if people would really resonate with what I was talking about or what I was saying, or if they would even like it or interested in it. But I kind of, got over that just because the main reason I made this podcast was to help people. And that's my passion is to help people. So I hope that if this is your first time seeing this podcast or any of my podcasts, that you find something that you resonate with and that you like and that you can, take with you each and every single day. And that's really what I'm trying to do with my overall goal. So I appreciate everybody who takes their time to view one of my podcasts. I thank y'all so much. Y'all, I look up some feedback and stuff like that, and I just see, and I'm just blessed and grateful to have people who are able to watch, no matter the number. So I thank y'all for that. I just can't believe I'm already on the way to episode 15. It feels like I've only done 1 or 2 episodes, but welcome. Man, how's y'all's day going? How's y'all's Sundays going? Mondays, this is tomorrow. So how's y'all's Mondays going? How was work after Easter weekend? How y'all been living? How y'all feeling? How your families? How your mental health? How are you doing? Take a second to ask yourself, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? All right, good. I'm doing good. Working, holding it together, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be a content creator and work at the same time. Actually really difficult if you had to ask. And I know you didn't really care, but I'm gonna let y'all know it's kind of difficult. But we're pushing through, getting this episode out for everybody to see. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about false idols, as you can kind of tell by the title. We're going to be talking about what they are, who they are, and why do we even look up to them. We're also going to be talking about some gun laws and that they're too strict, too not strict, because there's been a lot of recently school shootings and things like that. And then we're also going to have a bonus of picking who's going to win the NBA championship. I know it's different. I know it's out of the blue, but kind of want to shake it up a little bit, make it more interesting. So what is a false idol? Let's get right down to that. A false idol is basically somebody that we look up to growing up or even being a grown adult and just kind of admiring and want to be based off of what we see, the perception that they give off, because that can be a good perception, a bad perception, but it's always going to be some perception that we're gravitating to, that we see that's shiny. It's the shiny object that people gravitate to. I think in society, we kind of highlight the wrong things and we kind of diminish what people should really actually be going towards. And this all comes from where you're from and what you've been shown. Because in certain neighborhoods, the drug dealer, the scammer, the person who steals, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of jewelry, it's shiny, it's the fun thing to do, it's a bad boy, girls are like them. It's certain perceptions that are given off that make people want to go in the wrong direction, and we don't highlight enough the right paths to go down. The filmmakers, the actors, the people who want to be streamers to play video games and can take it to the next level. There's so many different things. It's not just being a ball player or being a rapper to make it out of a certain neighborhood or make it out the hood, because it's we get so stuck and we get so one-sided in our mind of the perception that our whole community thinks is the right way to go. And it's so many different false prophets and false idols that we look up to that isn't what we should be doing. Society will have you thinking that a lot of these, professions and passions that people have, like wanting to be an artist, wanting to be an actor, wanting to be a director, wanting to better themselves in music and as far as orchestra, bands, and it's all these passions that people have and want to do, they're overlooked and they're undermined because it isn't normal. It isn't what the cool people do. It isn't what people want to do or want to hear or want to see. In all reality, those are the people who are out here really making money and who are successful and become successful, who wants to be a work in NASA or wants to actually be a lawyer or a doctor, and these professions that we actually need each and every single day, a nurse, or forensic psychologist. There's so many different titles and things that people overlook and undermine because it's not flashy, it's not cool, but it's something that they could be interested in. But growing up, it's not what they're shown. I think the public perception of these things downplay their significance in our lives. And I feel like in the world we need a lot more plumbers. We need a lot more electricians. Those are the people who make money. And it's like we really don't know that, because it's like when you think of that, it's like, oh, they're messing with poop, or they're messing with feces, pee. They're changing toilets, and they're having to get on houses and fix electricians and roofers. And these are the people who are actually making money. These people are making six figures or more. And it's like, we don't know that because we're too busy fantasizing and longing over the fact of making fast money, being this person, or fast life, and what the girls were like, or what the men would like, or what the boys would like. And it's just like so many of these different perceptions that brainwash you in our youth growing up, that they don't want to actually be those things. And when in all reality, those are the people who are actually successful and have successful marriages, successful lives, and have kids, have families. And it's like they have a lot of stability and they have success, not just looking at other people and being like, oh, I want to do that because I see that they're doing it and it looks really fun, rather than doing something that you really want to do. So that passion that you have, don't ever let anybody tell you that it's not cool, it's not fun, you're not going to be successful. To transition into the gun laws, there's been a lot of more school shootings ever this year, I believe, than there's ever been. And what is y'all's opinions on it? What do y'all think? Do y'all think that gun laws need to be stricter? That they need to be less stricter? They need to be stay where they're at? Do you think it's the guns, or do you think it's the people? Because that all ties back into mental health. The fact that somebody can take a weapon into a school and discharge a weapon at people and take people's lives, already, it's already mental health explanation right there. Because you cannot be sane and make that choice. Not saying the person is crazy, but you cannot be sane in the way of your thinking and your mindset of going into that, because it's not okay. And it's like, what can really be done? And it's like, is it the gun laws? Are they too strict? Are they not strict enough? Like, I don't know. I guess that's up for the government to decide, I'm guessing. And it's all we can do is just vote and make the right choices each and every day, and deal with our mental health and take care of our mental health, because our mental health is something that we can control and something that we have the ability to control. I personally think that it's not the gun laws. I think it's more so when it comes to the people and the mental health aspect of it, and it's what's going on at home, or what's going on in the situation, to how do they get to that certain point. Because if it's bullying, if it's things like that, and it's like, are they being addressed? Are they being told to the parents? How are the parents handling? Are they giving them the correct information as far as advice and what they should do? Always tell the teacher and things like that. And it's like, as a teacher, like, at what aspect is the process being failed? Is it the school? Is it the student? Is it the parents? Is it you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many signs that people overlook, and those signs become way more visible after the fact, because it's like, dang, I did not see that, but now I do. And it's like, we have to be able to address mental health before things like that even happen. So if you or anybody needs some help, always speak to somebody. There's a lot of different avenues that you can go through online. You can look up on social media. You can talk to your friends, family, whoever you need. Just make sure that you reach out before making decisions that can affect others' lives. Now let's transition to something more lighthearted, more fun to talk about, more easygoing. Who do y'all think is going to win the NBA Finals? Who do y'all got? Leave y'all's answers in the comments below before y'all, before I pick and go over. Man, first of all, don't bet. I do not encourage betting, first and foremost, because you will lose money. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. We're talking about who's going to win the NBA Finals. Seeing the Thunder play the Grizzlies, man, like, it's like, I could see losing by 20, 25, but when you're losing by 50, 60 points in the playoffs, professional NBA playoffs. That I don't understand that. You're a professional team. What is going on? So, with that being said, I'm gonna have two picks from each side. I'm gonna have who I think it is and who is gonna actually win. So from the West, I'm gonna say my Houston Rockets. I'm gonna say we're gonna win the finals. We're gonna win the finals. But who I think is really gonna win the finals? Okay, see, just them playing. They just have really no weakness. They have a lot of defense and a lot of scoring and a lot of different options. So I'm gonna give it to OKC, but don't count out my Houston Rockets now. On the other side, seeing the Celtics play, they're like a machine, man. It's just an oiled up machine that anybody just watching Derek White had 30 today and Tatum didn't even score 20 and they won. So I'm going to say I think the Celtics are going to win, and I'm going to pick the Celtics to win for both just because I don't know. I just don't see them really having a weakness. And like another person I can pick from the East, I wouldn't say the Knicks, but I'm not going to choose the Knicks because I don't think they have it. I'm going to say maybe the Cavs. I have to see them play, but that's like my sleeper pick is the Cavs. So the Celtics and the Celtics, Rockets, and Thunder. So if they win the finals, y'all can come back to this video and let me know that I was right. But thank y'all for tuning into another episode. Y'all let me know what y'all would like to hear about, what y'all like to talk about. If y'all enjoy the podcast, if you don't enjoy the podcast, what I can do better as a podcaster to help engage the viewer and attract more viewers and help more people. Because that's at the end of the day, that's my goal. It's not about the money, the views, and anything like that. But when I say views, I'm saying people to help. So thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Dev. Once again, I tune in with Dev on all socials, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you need to find me on. Just let me know how I'm doing, what I can do better, and going forward. But thank y'all. See y'all next time for episode 15. Peace.